when you advance the week. Start your week by installing your game plan.
Today, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports.
This time of year in the South, perfect fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here in Mercedes. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his second season out of Missouri, Drew Lock.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down.
First down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Pretty good start right off the bat there with throws 1 and 2.
He's not locking in on just one target early, is he? Spreading it around a little bit as this game gets started.
Back-to-back first downs. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Lock throwing on target to Fan. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Lock working out of the gun. He's got his big tight end, Fan. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
23-yard line.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Loss of 5 yards.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Locke. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
On the throwaway.
So we've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter. Here's another good example.
So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Matt Ryan, the longtime Falcon, a veteran who's been in the league since 2008, ready to guide this Atlanta offense.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass. That's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's taken down but able to slip across the line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
10 at the 37-yard.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Ryan. A slant to Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
You had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio early, and they did it right there. And it doesn't take a degree from MIT to know that, so you had to figure, what's up with the defense? You should know that that's coming right away.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 27. From the shotgun, Ryan. Now a leaping catch, he's got it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan is going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And he'll bang that one through. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
K.J. Hamler on the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Now Gordon on 1st down. Into the secondary again. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
A gain of 15.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
On 1st down, it's Gordon. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Bronco ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Here's Locke to throw. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line. 25 yards that time.
25 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. This is the tight end fan. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
A 30-yard attempt.
And McManus able to put it through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Todd Gurley in the offense. They get set and trot back out there now. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too? Because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
1 more yard.
A nice gain of 21 yards.
First down.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That catch good for only a couple. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here, second and goal. Again, Ryan. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
In the end zone. It's now third and goal.
Ryan will throw again. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown.
Touchdown.
Julio Jones. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take backers here. Extra point try for Gostkowski. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Hamler now to return it. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. This one might be going the other way. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL here on this first day of November. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. The Bills locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And at this point, they trail the visiting Baltimore Ravens. 2 touchdown passes there for Lamar Jackson. In our game, it was the former MVP, Matt Ryan, with a strong first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Here's Smith to return it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Todd Gurley heading back out along with the rest of the Atlanta offense. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. Good move by Todd Gurley. Wave goodbye. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Todd Gurley. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons push further out in front. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Lindsey. On the stop there defensively, Tyler Davison.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
From the 39, Locke got a man. It's the rookie Jerry Jeudy. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. They look to throw. It's Locke. And this one's incomplete. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. But it's going to be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
On second down, it's Lindsey, and he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. It's a really nice gain of 25 yards.
Denver.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 27. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Block now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton, first-time Pro Bowler. He was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Tim Patrick, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, that tells you you're getting it done.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-17. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but lead here. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 right at the 30. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From just shy of midfield, Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Instead of the first, they'll have to go backwards for another 2nd down try.
So if there is a silver lining, though, it stays 2nd down, and they still have an opportunity to pick up a 1st down before they have to start their downs over again.
Looking downfield for Jones. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
And partner, is there anything Julio Jones can't do on the football field? Did you see that catch? That was one-handed, right? I did see that with my own eyes,
You
right?
saw it correct.
Okay, I know we've watched him practice it. We know he does it in a pregame routine. But still, to do it in the heat of competition, being defended, phenomenal.
Gostkowski for the point after. And the lead is up to 15 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. 13. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. And Denver getting set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brought down at the 30.
They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
Second and a yard.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. From the gun, it's Locke. And that is incomplete.
Locke pass. Intended for Cortland Sutton. Incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Atlanta now coming out on the field. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. Now Ryan on 1st down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Von Miller in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Dumps it off to Gurley. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Well, that's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal.
For the field goal, a 32-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further.
Broncos 13.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively, nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 4 and 7. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Locke, and he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
That is 3 plays and out.
Locke to throw for it on 4th. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Ricardo Allen with a pick, and the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. On 1st down, it's Gurley. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
3-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 36. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd and 1, Ryan. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
8-yard line.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Again, they run with Gurley. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
By Todd Davis. Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Falcons 34, Broncos 13.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10. At their own
Denver's offense ready to go again. And this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
Second and 10.
To throw again. Lock. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
Casey on the cover.
Throwing now is Lock. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And when you break it down, you know, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting, but obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for Atlanta, it's a rare bright spot in what's been a Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you